What, you don't know me?
Hell no. Yeah.
Hey, hey, I think that's a
And there's the beer can.
Easy.
And see, that's the real reaction.
What the fuck was that?
Mm,
This nigga got knocked out. I didn't even get knocked out. Why didn't you fuck that guy up? Cause nigga, if I would have done something, then they would have kicked me out of this shit. Then there would be no more stream today.
Ah. See? Now look at this. Boom, hands up. Boom, hands down.
I spotted me. I was in the swing.
No.
What he thought was he was a pro.
I just said.
Yeah, another thing is, even when we are working like that, you don't fucking, you know
That's what I'm saying.
He just
So,
told him like that.
you don't. He's a fucking idiot. Hey. So when you run in on his shit, you fucking give him his receipt. You remember what a receipt is? Give him that fucking receipt, bro. Tag his shit. If you got a fucking problem with it, I'll fucking run out there.
They should have said one. So.
Tag his shit, bro.
See? So they're hyping him up. You know, telling him like, yeah, you know, give him his receipts and everything like that. Which, like I said, you know, payback. You know, getting your payback. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where you're taking this guy that is unhinged, you know, and is basically just being like, go get him, you know, like just letting the dog off the leash type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not the best idea in the world, you know. It doesn't seem like that's gonna. It almost seems like you're setting
I'll
up
get it
to
that
happen.
hey, as long as I get my lick back, I'm straight. I'm straight.
Where's Bear at?
Where's Rikishi?
And see, this is what I mean about the concussion thing. From somebody who's had a concussion recently, still, you know, still has some stuff going on, and I've had a lot in the past, to be real about it, probably more than most, which is not a thing of pride to say. It's probably a thing that you should be concerned about. But what I'm saying is this is like the way the dude is acting.
Yeah.
If he had a concussion and he was like not in control of himself, it would have popped off in that parking lot.
Yeah. If it was worse than if it was if it was worsened, that's what I was looking for, by what he did with the beer can, then we'd be having a different, like, he probably wouldn't be able to retaliate if it was like that. But you know, I luckily have never had a concussion, but I've been almost knocked out before. So I definitely get the days of an added pressure when you're already having some type of damage. But he was very cognizant at that time. You know,
I think his pride got more hurt than his head.
Yeah, but it was hyped. It kept escalating, not only because of his stream. He never stopped it the entire time. As you can see, it's like an hour and 45 minutes. Even up to like the ultra, like what happens after the actual thing. But at what point do you say like, hey, maybe we should cut off the cameras? You know what I mean? That's the part where I'm kind of wondering, why is this stream this long and kind of still available? Because that kind of becomes evidence to a crime. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's going to be analyzed by every lawyer right now. I mean, we're not the only ones making content about this. The people who are lawyers on YouTube and all that type of stuff who talk about these type of situations are definitely looking at this right now.
Oh yeah, facts.
His coach didn't try to. The coach was like, "Yeah, you deserve to get your lick back," but at the same time, like, hey, remember, you got deals that could be riding on this, and you know, a livelihood and whatnot. So don't go in there and be crazy.
Don't do nothing stupid.
Don't do nothing stupid. Yeah. And you know, like you said, a lot of people
having the wrong people in your ear, man.
It
goes to also having the wrong people in your damn ear.
Yeah. Nigga got knocked out. I didn't even get knocked out. Why didn't you fuck that guy?
Told, like, his coach should have been right there telling him, like, bro, don't be looking at your comments.
Hold on.
This nigga got knocked out. I didn't even get knocked out. Why didn't you fuck that guy up? Cause nigga, if I would have done something, then they would have kicked me out of this shit. Then there would be no more stream today.
See?
Yeah.
So you're more worried about the stream than getting your lick back. You know, it's like I said, it's one of those things. And like I said, you're still reading the comment section, you know, letting that stuff go, you know, letting them talk shit. And obviously you're feeling a certain kind of way about it, You know, you're talking about, and you are aware that if you had did something in that parking lot, the repercussions that would happen. So you can't tell me that you weren't in your right mind. He obviously, no one had to tell him like, "Hey, bro, don't do this. They're going to call the cops." He knew what was going to happen if he popped off in that parking lot. He chose not to. That was a choice. That was a choice.
It's kind of crazy how you can know exactly what the right thing to do is, and then an hour later, but even and still decide to do the other thing, man. It doesn't even matter how much time has gone past. Yeah, because you could be like in your right mind for a good solid minute, and that's why we always say think ahead. You know what I mean? Like make sure that you're thinking ahead as far as you can. 1 or 2 steps. He was obviously doing that, but he just didn't think far ahead enough because he kept his stream on. Nobody was really trying to calm him down. They egged him on to go in there and do what he did. Not do what he did, but they go in there and do something. But too like you said, too much time had passed for you to still know that you should be trying to chill in this moment. You should keep it that way. Get your lick back, but like be able to go home. Make sure everybody can go home at the end of the night. But then again, these people are trained for 2 very different sports. Now the Psycho Stu is a veteran, so he's seen combat. He has PTSD. He talked about wrestling is his escape from his reality. But he goes too far, and even his coworkers or whatever were saying, his fellow wrestlers, like he goes too far into his storyline or whatever he thinks that we're working because he's already trying to run from his own shit. But then you got this guy who was just trained for combat off of Jump, whose father is a well-known, former UFC champion, and then whatever else he does. So he's gonna be equipped for war. But then you bring him into this fantasy or this game or act that we put on for a specific reason. Now people still get hurt, people still get fucked up. They get dumped off of ladders and cage matches and all this type of stuff, but they choose to be in there. They choose to play this game. Whereas, he fights for a livelihood, so he doesn't have to have that same level of control.
Oh yeah, man. Yes, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah. You pulling up another section? Yeah. Okay.
Pro wrestling show, GF, and the motherfucker hit me with a can, thought I was a pro wrestler and shit because I have a camera and stuff, and he's a little like fucked up, a little drunk or something, and shit pissed me off, and I'm gonna have to get him back. They said I can go in the ring and get it that. I don't even know what I'm gonna do to him. You thought I was at a gay strip club. What the fuck?
Yeah, super bright people obviously in the comment section. But even he knows the fact that the guy was kind of fucked up, and the fact that he thought obviously he was a wrestler as well because of the camera, and he knows like I said, they already said he was gonna let him in the ring. He's obviously excited about it because if it was such a big deal, he wouldn't be sticking around. He's the only reason he's waiting there is not to support his people anymore. He's waiting to
not anymore.
He's waiting to get in that ring because one, it's going to be more views, it's going to be more eyeballs. The drama hypes everybody up. They smell blood in the water, and they're waiting for him to hop in the ring, and he's waiting for his opportunity for that 5 minutes of fame to be hopefully as popular as his daddy. I'm just at this point, I'm going to say that shit. I'm going to say that shit. He's trying to be as popular as his daddy, and yes, I'm going to say that, and that might sound harsh.
That is harsh.
But from watching the way this guy is moving and the things he's doing, I can't come to any other conclusion than he's got something. He has something to prove.